Sure. Eddy Frampton, originally from Vancouver, Canada. I've been living in Thailand for about 25 years. Yeah, loving it here. I have no intention of moving back. Thailand's been really good to me. Needed a change, traveled the world for a few years, DJing a little bit, but just seeing the world. And wasn't ready to go home after spent all my money. In that 2 years, ended up in Bangkok and Thailand a few times. Some friends of mine were here, and after the 2 years, I decided to make a go in Thailand. It was just the vibe. I think it was the people. I think the people were just super friendly. I just love living amongst the Thais. And they have a very jayen, very cool heart, as they say, way of dealing with life. And it's what I needed at the time. You know, I kind of had a bit of a heavy heart for some reasons, and they had a very uplifting view on life. And of course the food and the weather and the beaches and, you know, everything else. As the story goes, one day led to 1 month to a year to now 25 years. I'm going to show my age here. Since 1987, in the Acid House days, and was putting on some parties, you know, not DJing professionally or anything, but just for fun, but very active in the scene. And so I kind of knew how to DJ, not professionally, I would say, but I knew what I was doing, and I knew music. And so when I came here, I needed something to do. The story is I went on one interview to be a teacher, and on the way, I broke up with my girlfriend in the taxi. And that was a sign. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to teach. And so I started looking for some DJ jobs, and the rest is history.
I'm here with one of my good friends and also one of the DJs here at Bed. This is Eddy Frampton. How's it going?
Hey, Barbara, what's up? What's up?
Yeah, actually, it would have been warming up with my buddy who was at Bed Supperclub at the time, which was like 2002, maybe. So he's, listen, you can sub for me when I'm not around. And there's some other clubs at the time. Mystique opened up. There's some hotel gigs. So I was just scraping by, getting into the scene, and it slowly just built up.
What are you feeling right now as, you know, this is the last night? Like, what's going through your head?
Excitement tinged with melancholy.
Melancholy?
Yes, definitely. This place has been my second home.
Q Bar was open. Bed Supperclub just opened. So there was a kind of cool scene, but basically at that time, the laws for when clubs could open and close were changing. So it used to be like all night, anything goes, and that government at the time was changing when clubs could open. So it was kind of softening in some ways, but it was still pretty crazy. House music wasn't that popular in some niches that people, there was still a small scene, I would say. Between 2008, I think was probably the peak here. And the reason that was the peak is also because of the emergence of social media and smartphones and Spotify and YouTube, because people no longer had to go out to hear music. They could go online and they could get all the music they wanted to. And with emergences of Tinder, where you could meet dates online, you didn't have to go to clubs to meet people. And I think the latest generations, they just don't tend to maybe stay out as late or want a club. So I think all these things have made it, the club scene's quite small. It hasn't gone away, it's just kind of consolidated into smaller places. So the number of venues is less. The people that are succeeding are doing well, but there isn't as many options, simply for the reasons I mentioned. People just don't club as much. They can do everything they want vicariously through their phone. A good crowd. It's all about the crowd. Unless you want to play alone in your basement, you have to engage an audience. If the audience isn't interested in what you're playing, then you got to change it. And if you don't change it, then in the words of 𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, you're a DJ dictator. The crowd is an important element to contribute to the event. They're not supposed to just go there and sit there and go, entertain me. If the crowd is into it, they will contribute and they'll create that circular, energetic component between the DJ and the crowd. Well, again, I'm a house and techno DJ, basically more on the house side of techno. I try to play edgy as I can, but recently been into indie dance stuff. Deep house will never leave my heart. I mean, there's club music and there's music that you listen to on your own that you play for your head friends. But to sum it up, it's basically house and techno. I've known Miles, he's been here for a while, and he mentioned to me last year that he was going to open up a much-needed house music venue in Pattaya. I think there was a hole in the market that needed filled, and I've heard word from other people. I haven't been there myself, as you say, but I've heard word from other DJs like 𝗕𝗥𝗏𝗏 and Dan Burry, two awesome DJs and great guys that said they had a really good time there. So let's see. I've got good hopes.
Remember when nightclubs had dance floors?
Yeah. Yeah, now there's, bottle service and, the economics of it has changed for sure. The dance clubs without the dance floor.
Still dance floors. Still